everyone. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. It's time for some tea. Now, typically I don't cover this show, but since I used to be a pretty big fan of The Hills back in the day, this kind of stunned me, maybe a little bit, but not really. Today announced there was a pretty difficult announcement coming out of the Cavallari Cutler home, and that is that Kristin Cavallari, formerly of the Hills, and Jay Cutler, a retired football player that spent the bulk of his career sulking on while playing for the Chicago Bears, and I say that as a Vikings fan. If you're a Vikings fan, you know how pouty that man can be. Okay, so these two have decided after almost 10 years together that they are going to split. That's right. The couple has been on the show Very Cavallari for several seasons on E, and their marriage and family and their unique union had been documented along with some pretty bumpy times in their relationship. One of the last season, Kristin was dealing with the aftermath of some rumors on the internet of Jay and her best friend Kelly being involved romantically, which Kristin says that she never believed to be true, but it did ultimately end her friendship with Kelly because she said she didn't like the way that Kelly handled it. In a joint statement today, she said on Instagram, "With great sadness, after 10 years together, we have come to a loving conclusion to get a divorce. We have nothing but love and respect for one another and are deeply grateful for the years shared, memories made, and the children we are so proud of. This is just the situation of two people growing apart. We ask everyone to respect our privacy as we navigate this difficult time." Jay also shared the same statement on his Instagram with a black and white photo of the two of them. Kristin's photo is one of them walking off away. Now, on this past season, Kristin did talk about how her relationship with Jay had been going through some rocky times. On this last season, she said, "From the outside, things are so perfect and things are so great, but actually, they're not, and that sucks." That's the thing, though, with marriage. It's ups and it's downs. Right now, we're in a low, but 2 months we could be up here again. I mean, that's how we've always been our whole relationship. It's just how it is. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. I mean, Jay and I have problems. I've always been very vocal about that. We have to work at our relationship. This couple has been married since 2013. They began dating in August of 2010, and they actually got engaged that next year in April 2011. They split after getting engaged, but then they reconciled again in November. And she actually said that Jay actually mailed back her engagement ring, and they decided to then get married. During their 7 years of marriage, they welcomed 3 children. And now they are going to be separating. Now, this was a couple that I never really understood. Kristin was always so bubbly, and while she was made the villain on the Hills, I never really bought that as her. I always just thought that was the script they had given her. She always seemed so Hollywood. Jay seemed more, football, athletics, not into the Hollywood scene. Kind of when I would see clips of the show, they seemed very mismatched to me. Her being very into the new age stuff and doing all these, I don't know, Hollywood things, right? And Jay just seemed more laid back and not really into that kind of stuff. So he played for part of their marriage professionally, and then he actually ended up retiring when he just kind of stopped being very good. Well, he never really was. That's just my opinion again as a Vikings fan. Anyways, so this couple will sadly be ending their union. Now on Twitter, people are shocked, sad. People are kind of surprised because it didn't really seem like this was what was going on. They actually just were on this 3-week trip in the Bahamas. And so was that their last ditch effort to try to repair their relationship? Was it after that they agreed to get divorced? Was the strain of these rumors of infidelity, did that finally get to her? Did they just throw in the towel? Or is it just that they got married relatively young? She did, at least, and now she wants to move on. She had 3 kids, bing, bang, boom, right in a way, too. So I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens with them. But obviously, the end of a union is never easy for anyone. So they are asking for privacy as they go through this difficult time. So tell me, are you shocked that they are getting a divorce? Are you not shocked? Do you watch Very Cavallari? You can still watch episodes on E! Online if you want to catch up on how their relationship was prior to this announcement. And there's no details on if the series will continue. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.